Janara students. So, if that video was frightening to watch, can you imagine how the people must suffer at that time? Tsunami is deadly and needs to be explained to the world so that they can stay aware of the condition. All these stories are from Andaman and Nicobar, stories of courage and survival. Now we will start today's lecture with the story of Sanjeev. So, open page number 26 in your book and see the first passage. See the first passage. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kachal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. So we have the story of brave policeman by the name Sanjeev. At the time he was posted in Kachal Island, Nicobar group of islands, somehow he managed to save himself and his wife and his baby from the waves. Afterward, he could hear his cook's wife calling for help. As soon as he heard her, he went her rescue, but they were both swept away. Now, the uh, next story of 13-year-old Megha. 13-year-old Megha was swept away along with her parents and 17 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in the days. So, the waves also took along with them a 13-year-old teenager named Megha and her parents with 77 more people. It turned out that Megha managed to stay alive by holding on a wooden door. She kept floating in the water for 2 days, and during those 2 days, she noticed the relief helicopters at least 11 times. What is the meaning of relief helicopters? Helicopters bringing help to people. फ्लड के टाइम पे जो हेलीकॉप्टर्स रिलीफ के लिए आते हैं उसी को हम कहते हैं रिलीफ हेलीकॉप्टर्स. एटलीस्ट 11 टाइम्स, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली दे कुड नॉट डिटेक्ट हर. शी वॉज फाइनली carried to the seashore by a wave. She was found only when she was walking at shore in the complete confusion and shock. Now, next story of Javed. Almas Javed was 10-year-old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother, Rahilia's home was in Nicobar Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. So when the Termas came earlier in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with a great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. So 10-year-old Almas Javed's father owned a petrol pump in a Port Blair. There she studied at the Carmel Convent. The family had come to her mother's home in the Nicobar Island, an island in the central part of Nicobar Islands to celebrate Christmas. On the day of the disaster, the whole family was sleeping when Thomas came earlier in the morning. It was only when Alma's father saw the sea water move back, he anticipated that it would come back with an unusually great force. He immediately woke everyone up and hurried them to secure place out of the harm way. As they ran, as they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. So, as they ran out of the harm way, Alma's grandfather got hit by something and fell down. In an attempt to give him a hand, Alma's father ran towards him. As the first enormous wave came, it took both of them with it. And on the other hand, next passage, Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out her. A wave, a wave uprooted the tree, and they too were washed away. So Alma's mother and aunts held on the leaves of coconut tree, calling for her. A strong wave came and took them with two and uprooted to the out of the ground. So Almas climbed on a log of wood she saw before she fainted. As she regained consciousness, she found herself in a hospital in Kamota, an island in Nicobar. The girl was brought to Port Blair and she is deeply shocked by the incident. She got distressed to the extent that she did not want to discuss the episode with anyone. So, see how much she uh, disturbed and distressed that she even cannot talk and cannot describe this event. वो इतनी ज़्यादा परेशान हो गई कि वो उस बच्ची ने उस बता भी नहीं सकती थी वो कि कैसा उसके साथ हुआ. So now the second part of this chapter, Tilly Smith. See in second part of this chapter, Tilly Smith, a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket Beach in Thailand. Though she was won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into heroine. Why do you think they took that decision? Now here is the story of Thailand. The Smiths family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at the beach resort of southern Thailand. Tilly Smith was 10 years old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. They had been triggered by the massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. So the tsunami hit the area of Thailand as well. The story is about the Smith family who came to southern Thailand from southeast England to celebrate Christmas at a beach resort. Penny and Colin Smith had two daughters, Tilly Smith, a 10-year-old schoolgirl, and the other one was 7-year-old. On the day December 26, 2004, they had already experienced an earthquake in the morning. Now the tsunami was on the way. Penny Colin remembers seeing the water swelling as it kept coming in and making the beach smaller. She said she did not understand what was happening. So the water was swelling and kept coming in. Penny Smith remembered The beach was getting smaller and smaller, and she did not know what was happening.